So I've just disconnected the negative terminal on the battery in the trunk, and now I've just removed the airbag assembly from my steering wheel, as you can see here. So the way to remove this is kind of tricky, actually. It's not to remove this assembly from the steering wheel column is kind of tricky because there's three little clips you have to go in from the side here. The clips you can see here is right. There's one clip right here that you have to go through from the side and push it in, right? Once you push this clip here right as well, and also this clip here. Once you push these clips down or in, actually like push it in from the side, right? From the side of the steering wheel right here, and from the other side as well. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but okay. Well, you can see it from this side right here. You have to go through it for this. It's hard to see, but basically you go in from the side and push one of the clips, and now this thing pops out. Now we have now we can see the inside of the airbag assembly. Next step, I'm going to remove the clock spring and try and replace it. So, sorry, I skipped over some of the steps where I've already removed my steering wheel. Okay, and you can see the whole steering wheel's here. We've removed the top and bottom covers by unscrewing these two screws on the side. There's some kind of wiggling around to kind of pry open both these plastic pieces. And this here is my new clock spring that I've just replaced. There was actually more like two or even two connectors that I had to unclip in order to remove the old clock spring. Okay, here's the old clock spring. They look pretty much exactly like the same, except for some color schemes. So it's like two connectors have to be removed, and then there's like on the top. I should have shown you before, but actually, you know what? Let me just show you right now. So as you can see here, with the cover, the steering wheel cover removed, I have to get rid of the two screws that are here and here. So there was like one electrical connector here, one electrical connector here that need to be removed. Actually, sorry, no. It was these two, and then this yellow one on the bottom right here that need to be removed. And once I removed that, I was able to take this clock spring out. There was a couple of like attaching clips here to the sides and the top that had to be pushed down before you. This clip here had to be pushed down before you could get this whole clock spring out. So this is the new clock spring that's in there, and this is the old one. So I'm going to put the covers on right now. Okay, so as you can see, the steering wheel cover has been reinstalled. The screws are screwed in right here. Now I'm going to put in the steering wheel, which is right here, and reconnect the connections. It's going to be just the two. Well, I won't be connecting it yet. I'm just going to put the steering wheel and then the Torx nut on it. Okay, so now the steering wheel has been attached and the nut has been screwed in. I just need to tighten this nut down with a 19 millimeter socket. These two connectors were snaked into the back. I don't know if you can see it back there. Snaked into the back, this little cubby hole here. Now I'm gonna start attaching the connecting and attaching the airbag assembly, which is right here. Okay, as you can see right here, this is airbag assembly. All right, these are connectors. Here's the back of the airbag assembly, which is going to go on. You can see the orange and the black connectors right here. Now, when you're attaching the connectors, make sure there's going to be 3 connections, right? There's the orange and the black, and then there's also this ground wire. The ground wire comes into this location right here. So, you know, when you're disassembling it, make sure you know how it goes back in. So just make sure. And plus, you see the three coiled bolts. That's where those wire clips that needs to be attached to. See, this bolt comes in there. The wire clips needs to go in through there. When the coil bolts go through here, another one goes through here. So, yeah. All right, we're gonna attach the airbag assembly to the steering wheel. So now that the airbag assembly has been put in, I basically just put it in, just kind of push it in, because as you could see before, those 3 coiled bolts, they have a kind of tapered tip, so you can just push it in and it snaps right into those wire clips that are in the 3 locations, 1, 2, and the bottom one. Okay, now we are going to attach reattach our battery in order to test this out, just and see if everything works fine. Then we shall be good. So I skipped through this earlier, but we had to remove the negative terminal on the battery in the back of the trunk. That's that. You see the silver piece, the black wire with the silver head. That's the negative terminal. You just needed like I think it was like a 10 millimeter or 11 millimeter socket. I'm not sure exactly, but basically there's a little nut on top of that silver head right there. You have to loosen that up, and then because as the previous YouTuber said, before you work on the disassembling the airbag assembly and removing the whole clock spring, you need to disconnect this negative terminal and let the capacitors in the car drain out before you work on that, because just anytime you work with electrical stuff, it's probably a good idea to do that. And now I've already I already tested my horn and it works, but I'll do it again on video just for you guys' sakes. All right, so we're gonna test the horn. Crawling out the back of my car. All right, we're gonna test this horn. See that? Works great. It's a success. Of course, to access everything, we had to remove a bunch of like covers in the back just to get to this battery in the back here. I had to, there's a bunch of crazy looking covers. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the rest of the details, but basically we had all the right tools, and yeah, we finally did it. Thanks, guys.